All right, thank you everyone for joining. This is our first meeting of the year. It is January the 7th, 2023. I am your president, Kiaris Henry. Yay. And today we're just gonna go over the passings that we've been over from our last meeting, which was September the 3rd. Seems so far away, but between that time, we had other things that we were doing as well. Q, can you see this one?
Yeah.
Can you see everybody?
I think.
I see the camera.
We just see the camera.
My bad, guys.
Flip it around.
Hold up, sorry, everybody. I have to be the tech. Boom.
There we go.
Yeah, do you see everybody now?
Yeah.
Awesome. There are some people still joining in, but we're just gonna start off the way that we normally do. Sonda's on here, taking, notes and, everyone, Sonda, I think you can see everyone's name on there too. So you should be able to get that as well. So just to recap on a few things that we've done, since our last meeting. Some of you know that we've received we were awarded a grant. And it's still in the process of being, I guess, approved to us. So right now we're waiting on that. That was a big thing for us last year. That is going to help support alum students and some upcoming just entries into our financial budget to support everyone as they go out and start their journey in the media field. That's the goal for us, to pay people the way that they should be paid, well compensated and things like that. So that's a big thing. Another thing is that we also, what did we do? We streamed, some of you know that there was the, I don't know what to call it. At,
Which one?
C. Yeah,
Central VPA?
yeah.
Yeah, those were students who were involved.
Can you guys hear Murphy? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Hold on.
I got it.
And then you should be able to.
All right. Yeah, those were students who were actually involved in that incident at Central and at Collegiate. And actually what we found out, there was quite a bit more trauma and lack of real follow-up with students to make sure how they felt and how the whole experience impacted them. There was also other things brought up as far as, just overall, you can call it, if you want, preparation, meaning paying attention to how students actually feel and react to all the different things happening in their environment to make sure they have support, for our education. So they're not worried about food, clothing, shelter, safety, and all those type of things, medication. So I appreciated being able to at least be there to help, make it happen. But I really appreciated listening to the young people.
Well, you didn't say what it was. What did we do?
Oh, you mean when we streamed it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So OBS hosted.
Yeah, OBS, Organization for Black Struggle, hosted the actual meeting. And I'm really not aware of any other groups who really followed up to that extent to really listen to the student side of it. And to me, that's an unfinished project that we need to continue. And there are different levels where it needs to be continued. The school district, with the city, at least those two for starters.
So OBS came out and, yeah, just like spoke to students?
We invited them over
Okay,
to the Rowan Community Center and actually streamed from there. And did a, Jamala interviewed them and listened to them and so forth. So
Mute
got
this.
you.
Thank you. Oh, good old technology. So that is actually on our YouTube and it will also be in the meeting notes for today. And then it's also on their YouTube as well. So that was a panel discussion. I believe they had 4 students who were actually involved, well, not in, at the school during the time that the incident happened. So they invited them out to OBS studio and we streamed them. They pretty much led the whole panel. So it was an amazing thing. I think it was about 2 hours, hour and a half or something like that. I will attach it onto our meeting notes and then this YouTube. And then if you go to our YouTube, it's on there as well, just to hear their stories and things like that. So that was a big thing that we did as well. We also streamed. I'm gonna mute myself so Murphy can talk about this as well. We streamed, what's his name? Homegoing.
Oh, Thadi,
Mhm.
yeah.
Who was Dottie?
I'm sorry. Thadi is I'll say is a longtime activist in St. Louis. I'm gonna say really back in the early days of, I'm gonna say conscious Black African awareness in St. Louis. I'm talking about back in the 70s, where we started a lot of these things. And when we started, there was this coming together of various groups that were, we'll say, African-centered or African-aware in St. Louis back in the early 70s. So there were cultural groups, political groups, and we all came together. And out of that was formed a relationship with various organizations. And Thadi was one of the people involved in what we know in St. Louis now as Progressive Emporium. His brother, Kujaliwa, who was Terry Kennedy, the alder, former alderperson. So
And
a lot.
I believe he's the secretary of the Board of Aldermen now.
Right.
Yeah.
So the point I'm really making is there are people here in St. Louis who have been working with everyday people and all the issues that affect African Americans in particular, but all oppressed people, all people who are not getting everything they need from American capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Because I always talk about those 3 things: white supremacy, male domination, and capitalism. And until people really see how embedded those things are in American culture, we're going to keep having these problems. And we have to come together, and that's why I'm so glad to see people here still working with young people to listen to them and make sure that their story gets told. So, me, I talk forever, so I'll, if y'all got questions, that'll work.
So that was another big historic kind of thing for us to do and be a part of. We were just grateful that they even thought about us and things like that for the event. Sorry, my computer's being weird. So that was a big thing for us. And then as you guys know, we have our studio space downtown. It's downtown. Yeah, it's downtown. If I want everyone to know where. No, I'm just kidding. So that's a big thing. And then So we're gonna go around. I guess I can briefly introduce everyone. We'll talk about any updates that people have. And then if you're new to the meeting, please introduce yourself to everyone that's on here. Let them know what you do. And then we'll circle back to talk about any projects you have going on, how we can help and support you. So first, I would let Quinsanta, I don't know what I was about to say. I will let Quinsanta speak. He is actually in person. I'm going to mute myself so that he can reintroduce himself. He is part of the founding group of ABA back in 2016. So it was literally me, him, and like 2 other people, and Murphy, who started ABA. So I'm gonna let Q introduce himself and then just talk a little bit about what he does. And yeah.
Hey, some people know me, some don't. My name is Quinn Santa. I am a freelance videographer. I have my own company called Boy Media LLC. And as she said, we were founding members of ABA, or we were all in the first cohort. Just coming from the idea of, I didn't know that videography could be a career where I could actually make income. And seeing today that is my main position is enlightening, and want to keep that thought process and that inspiration going. I mainly do videography. I'm also a tech enthusiast, I guess. So I'm always watching videos. I'm always learning about new tech. I could do a lot of things when it comes to videography, photography, audio, graphic design, editing. I'm all around.
Yeah, man.
Can you guys hear him? Okay, cool.
Right on.
I'll let Murphy do a brief intro.
Y'all know me. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning.
Morning. What's up? What's up? Yep.
It's your turn.
Oh,
That's
no, I just gonna say,
Real brief.
y'all know who I am.
No, they don't. I'm kidding.
No, I'm Babatu, also called Charles Murphy. Been teaching for 50-some years, and I like what I'm able to do, and help young people in particular realize they have a voice, and they also, I'll say, can make a living and contribute that voice at the same time. I guess that's a good way to put it. I see it happening all the time. Once people start listening to young people, and then young people feel listened to, they really contribute. And I'll say briefly, that's the missing link I see now, is that a lot of youngsters, especially the ones I'm teaching, they just don't feel that they have any power. So they're trapped, stuck in emulating violent ways to resolve problems, And to me, the big things that they need to really get renewed interest in is democracy and peaceful conflict resolution.
Thank you. I am going to, I don't know how long he's actually going to stay on and can stay on. I'm going to acknowledge Andy Rizika. He has really helped a lot with ABA and everything that we do, like to the extent of like just being here, setting up, breaking down flyers and things, promo videos, like anything that I cannot get to, he helps 1,001%. Andy, do you mind showing yourself without the background that I told you to take off? And then take the background off that I told you to take off. Thank you. And then if you can introduce yourself to the people here, and yeah.
I didn't hear you say their background change. That's why I didn't. But yeah, so you know, I do what I can do. I just help Key. She really does an awesome job. I'm just here to help. You guys are the amazing people. Baba too, Quint Q, you know, you guys are the awesome people. So I'm just here to help. I don't know what else to say.
What do you do, Andy?
Oh, yeah, like Q, I do quite a bit, not photography, but videography, editing, voiceover, directing, live streaming, talent, on camera. What else? Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you. He does. He does. He does it. He does everything. Like whatever I don't have time for, he picks up the slack on all of it, and that's a lot of things because you guys know my schedule is crazy. I want to turn this over to Langston.
Okay, is the microphone muted or unmuted? Wait, what?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your camera went away.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. Hey everyone, I'm Langston, Langston Ewing. This is my first time at one of these meetings. I guess I can say I'm a freelance photographer, graphic designer, cinematographer, run a small business, Ewing Media. I've been doing it for a long time. Well, not the business, but I've been doing a lot of the photography, not graphic design, but cinematography since I was, I don't know, like 11, 12, first started on Windows Movie Maker. That's a long time. I do some voice acting, a little work over at KDHX, 88.1 FM. Yeah, I'm a media Swiss Army knife at your service. So yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I am going to turn Sonda. I know you're typing too. Sonda's our amazing everything too. Sonda, if you could just introduce yourself and tell people who you are.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sonda Holland, and I'm a teacher at Vashon High School. Business education is what I teach, and I joined this group. I really like what I guess the collaboration that they do with other individuals. So I said I would remain in this group, even though they kind of switched us up under St. Louis Public Schools. But I just like to collaborate with this group and do whatever I can to support the group, as well as possibly get some business internships for my current students that are doing interns. So nice to meet everybody.
On the call too as well, one of our everyone's amazing. Okay, I'm just gonna say that just so you guys know. I'm gonna introduce you as an amazing person. Thomasina is on the call. Thomasina, if you can mute and introduce yourself, please.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Thomasina Clark. I'm a retired St. Louis Public Schools educator. I was the drama instructor at Carlane Visual and Performing Arts Middle School. I'm an actress, writer, director. I am a movie maker. I work with Springboard to Learning, and I make movies with children as part of two programs that I work with. One is called Wise Right, and the other is called Read, Write, Act. And Babatu, you were talking about Thadi. He wrote a song several years ago, and there was a major shootout in front of my house one day. I took the music and use it as the music for the shootout. But perhaps one day ABA would be interested in, I have ideas for a music video. And perhaps ABA would be interested in making this music video come to fruition.
That sounds lovely. And I think that actually, Thomasina, if you can share that, because you shared that video with me before, if you can send that to me, I will, if you don't mind us attaching it to our minutes, just email it to me. And then I'll attach a link to our minutes
Oh,
so that people can see it as well, if that's okay with you. You're muted.
I would just ask that you don't share it publicly because it was taken right, it happened right in front of my house, and I don't want any
Yeah, yeah.
retribution to take
Yeah.
place because the people, I didn't blur anybody's faces out, so everybody knows if they can. It's not, you don't see any faces, but
But it's very,
chasing all of that.
yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want a backlash.
Then we'll hold off on that. And then you guys will just see the movie that we're going to make. Boom.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's see, I have a new person on to just do an intro. He's gonna talk about what he does, and then I'll talk a little bit about our new partnership with ABA. So Seth, if you can unmute yourself and introduce yourself, talk about what you do, and you can mention all your programs.
I'm sorry, you cut out there at the last part. What'd you say?
You can mention all your programs.
Oh,
And
man.
I'll attach a link to your website and everything, so you don't have to go into deep detail, but you can just list all the things that you do offer with your program.
Right. I got you. Well, thank you. And thank you for having me. My name is Seth Hamilton. I'm the CEO of Go International. We're headquartered on the other side of the river in East St. Louis. Essentially, our organization, we work to empower marginalized communities, specifically communities that have been marginalized by poverty. And we do that through teaching marketable skills. And we have programs for everything from foreign language, where we have kids that are learning one of 7 different languages. We have agriculture, we have aviation. We've had kids who have gone off to fly planes. We do financial literacy. We've worked with the Federal Reserve for the last 3 years. I've had 3 kids on the student board of directors. We just got 2 people from East St. Louis school districts onto the Fed's Educational Advisory Board. And we got all of the teachers trained in the entire district for all 8 schools for their financial literacy curriculum, which means we'll now have 5,000 kids in East St. Louis that are learning how to manage money with the Central Bank of the US's curriculum. We've done home ownership as well in that field. We do entrepreneurship, where my students in East St. Louis run 4 businesses. They're the ones that raise the capital for it by making the money from their other businesses. They make the decisions about what they'll invest in and how to grow that. And we're getting ready to expand into the school district. Yesterday, I got to hire my very first student from 15 years ago. So she's going to be the program director there. We've done software engineering, which was working with Worldwide Technology through another former student who now is working there. Done art. We also have programs and projects in Latin America and all throughout Africa. And our students from East St. Louis specifically go and travel out to these countries where they make business connections, they import goods from those places. They get to put all of their skills into practice, teaching seminars, and understanding that they can make an impact all across the world as well. And I think the last thing, I'm probably forgetting other stuff, but we also do athletics. So we have, that's primarily through combat sports. We have schools in East St. Louis. We've got one in Nicaragua that's run by former students. He actually went with us to El Salvador to help document and promote the Central American Jiu-Jitsu Championship. We've used that to help create over 20 businesses in the region over the last 10 years and promote opportunities for athletes down there. My kids from East St. Louis helped organize the very first MMA event in Senegal in West Africa, and the first Pan-African Jiu-Jitsu tournament with people from 17 different countries in East Africa. That's what we do condensed. Yeah.
Yeah, and I attached you guys will have the email, it'll be on the notes for the meeting, and then I'll send in an email where you can actually click on his website and like look at all the stuff they do. They have a garden. It wouldn't be called a farm, right?
We actually are technically, because it's an orchard and urban farm. We have a 40-tree orchard. The kids, that's completely funded by our kids. That's not even donors. They raise the money from their snack business and their jewelry business. And they cultivate about 1,200 plants per year and produce about 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of food that they sell in markets all around the area through St. Louis and in East St. Louis, while also providing some extra food for the community. And my kids, actually, a lot of them go to East Side. Were asked to start a garden there for the school. So they're going to be running a whole nother one over there. So.
Yeah. You just got featured in Riverfront or Feast Magazine?
And Feast Magazine, yeah.
In Feast Magazine with what he's doing in East St. Louis along with his kids. So the plan for us is to partner with Seth and his organization starting at the end of this month. It's either going to be weekly or bi-weekly to go over and just help some media kids that he does have who are interested in media, how to capture these things as well, because that's also a form of business development and growth and how to market yourself and things like that. So that starts the last Wednesday of this month. Andy will also be helping with that as well. So if you do have time and would like to go over, see his kids or see the space and things like that, we can definitely put that in the schedule so that we all can go over and visit as well. Along with if there's anything that you feel will be valuable to the students over there, just reach out to me and let me know. His programs are normally after school. Okay, yeah, his programs are normally after school, aside from the two teachers that he has now into the schools now, that it will be during school hours. So that's a big thing. So we're really excited about that. And maybe that's even something we can get your kids to work on with Thomasina's project of making a movie. So whatever we can do to just kind of expand and broaden their I guess knowledge and exposure to different things. That's the goal. So I think that was everything for that. Anyone have any questions before I move on? I'm sorry.
You know it.
I'm gonna wait for you at the end. I'm gonna wait for you at the end because I know your question is very long.
Okay.
So for this upcoming school year, as I mentioned, we're gonna be doing partnership with Seth at his location. We also have we're still working with Innovation High School out in North County. So we do have students that are bused to us here or any of our locations. And then I also partnered their students with different organizations as well. So if you are looking for more kids to help with their internship program, let me know. And we can get those squared away. One thing that we do need to be like more, I guess, consistent with is our speaker series for the school year. I think I pushed it a little too hard in trying to do 2 a month with everything and everyone's schedule. So I think that we're going to reverse that or scale that down to 1 speaking series a month. And if we're not doing a speaker series a month, we're hosting an event, or as a team, we are taking a tour somewhere. So it will either be a speaking series at a high school or community organization, a community event or a tour for our committee and our staff to go to different places and for us to support each other. For example, would be the Winfield Foundation, which is one of our partners as well. He has a lot of events, and some of them are just like movie nights, and his kids produce movies. And then they show them at, most of the time it's down at the Max movie theater downtown. So that could be something that we could do just as a team to be just stronger and more supportive with everything that everyone is doing to making sure that we have the support that we all need and community that we're all striving for. So I'm sorry, I'm watching Sonda do stuff too. She's so great, just so you guys know. She's making amazing notes. You guys will see all of that. So there's that. I will, Thomasina, if you can just email me just like some specs or something of what you're thinking about as far as the movie thing. And then me and you can just go back and forth via email. I know we need to get over to Sonda's school sooner than later. So I would like to plan for that literally next month, for that to be our first speaking event for this year. Our last one was at Carnahan, and I believe, I can't remember, it was before the winter break. Yeah, it was before the winter break. It was at Carnahan, and I think that I invited about 8 people out to come speak to the students. And then shortly after that, oh, I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. We, another one of our partners, Joseph, decided to help us with a fundraising event, partnering with Vitality Bowls in Brentwood. So during the week of, Andy?
Yeah.
During the week of what? What was that?
Hang on, I can
I'm
look.
sorry, I put you on the spot. I think it was
I
December
wasn't
the
prepared
11th.
for that.
December the 12th through the 18th. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
that's right.
Sorry, I thought you knew, my bad. So December the 11th through the 18th, people were able to go to Vitality Bowls. If they ordered a bowl, a percentage of that money would go to ABA. So that was a good fundraiser. It just so happened to be the most, like, it was just so cold that week. Traffic was, I don't know, worse, like everything that could happen happened. So she offered to she wants to do another partnership with us in the summertime. So we don't know if it's going to be for a week or a whole month, but she's extended that to us. So we're really, really excited about that. And hopefully bring out our other partners to maybe have like an outdoor event space where like Seth can bring his kids, because they also sell salsa, they sell jewelry, and any other partners that we have to just bring more awareness and more support for everybody. So that was a big thing that we had as well. I think that was it. Can you think of anything?
No.
Oh, it's a small thing, but we did, so the building that we're in is owned by Tony Thomas Thompson. We did our first 360 Dolby Atmos. Why do I keep messing up? Dolby Atmos sound experience with a fashion show. Yep. So what that is setting up our speakers as if you're in a movie theater, and we have control over where you hear things. So it can go a complete 360 on like, hey, you can hear trumpets over here, and then behind you, you'll hear drums or something like that. So being able to fully control that system. So we did that event for him, which was amazing. And it was also a fashion show. So we're looking to do more stuff. Just a reminder for everybody, we do have the capacity and capability to live stream any events, whether that be fundraising or just highlighting what you're doing. on a smaller scale and then also on a larger scale, along with audio set up. So we do have full equipment to provide audio assistance, that is sound systems, speakers, all of the above. So for the people who have pop-up events and things in the park, we do have a complete audio setup for that. Microphones, we can set up things for a band and things like that as well. Huge shout out to the Sheldon, because we are continuing to bring kids in and have them stream their musical educational series. Tim Albert, who will be on our meeting, the next meeting that we will have, to just talk about that as well. But they've been really consistent with us and allowing us into their space. That is also one space where we are allowed to host events and things like that. So if you have a fundraiser and things that are coming up, please contact me and you need a space, so that we can figure it out, and then also how to capture it and make sure everyone knows what's going on. So I think that's everything that I have on my list that I can think of right now. I am going to open the floor. I don't know if you guys can hear Murphy. He's over here like laughing because he knows like he has a very, very long question, and I try to keep him very. So Murphy, you can unmute and then ask your question.
Hey, basically, I just want to say, one of the most impressive things that happened at Roosevelt this year, two young Black persons, a boy and a girl, a brother and a sister, they came and they did an African dance and drum presentation. It was two of them. They kept the whole school, what's the word? Engaged for a solid hour. And what it really showed me, and then when I'm hearing about all the different things that everybody here is doing, it really made me, the big idea that I see is like under the heading speaker series, career fair, tour, event. We can present those, we can support those, and like the videos for Thomasina. I have students who are creating music, and my point is there is so much creativity, and we have to, I'll say, package it. We have to, put it together so we can take that impact around, to all these other young people. So it's perfect. They can see themselves reflected in the other people that we bring to bring that creativity out, celebrate it, and let it really transform the planet. So, see, I'm gonna keep it short.
So no question, just a statement.
Just a statement.
Q, do you think any upcoming events or anything that you would like to tell people?
No, I don't have anything to speak about right now.
All right, can you use that?
But he got some awesome stuff.
Yeah. Q is our professional drone guy as well. So when there's time for drone things, he does that. I'll open it up to Langston.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right.
Technology.
Yes.
This is the media group right here.
I know. Oh Lord. What were you asking now? What was
If you have anything coming up where you need our support, or any services that you feel that other people may need, just kind of your moment to spiel.
I really don't have anything coming up, really. If anything, if anybody needs, like, if they need some pictures taken for your owl events, y'all need some headshots, anything of the sort, you just hit me up. I can put my link below in the chat. have a business Instagram page at Ewing Media, EWING, MEDIA, or you can just follow me on my regular Instagram at Lil Dreadhead 1993, LILDREAD.
We gonna put your website in the chat.
Yeah, just don't we on. Yeah, we gonna do all that, 'cause I do not. I knew I was gonna probably mess that up.
One thing that Langston mentioned is that he does work and do radio personality at KDHX. So if you do have an event that is coming up, he can also highlight that on the station as well. So feel free, and you guys will have his email if you have things coming up. He'll also just broadcast that as well. Let's see. Langston. Andy's doing everything that I'm doing, so I'm not going to bother him. Sonda, do you have anything coming up within your school outside of like the plan for us to do a speaking series at your school next month?
No, we don't have anything upcoming at this moment.
And then Thomasina, do you have anything? Oh, you forgot to mention that you also started your clothing line.
Oh, yes, I did. I'm listening to Langston talk about headshots and all of that. I have a clothing line. It marries African fabric with Western style clothing, creating an innovative, cutting edge relationship. And I am partnering with Afro Blue, which is a shop down on Washington at 1304, I believe it is, Washington. And I will probably be in need of a photographer to capture the fashion. So we'll definitely be in touch. Yes. And I'm having trouble reaching your site, Seth.
Yeah, I just checked that. I'm in the middle of trying to get and see what is going on.
Okay.
That's straight.
And then once it's fixed, I'll add it to the document as well. Let's see. I think that's everybody. I can't see anything. Okay. The plan as of right now is to host our full committee meeting either on the 17th or on the, looking at the wrong date, on the 21st or on the 28th. That is either going to be 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now. I will be sending out an email today to everybody so that we can know what's going on with everyone for the school year and or this year, to where we can collaborate, support. Like I said, we're either going to do a speaking series, an event, or we're going to go out and support each other at your events that you have. One person who couldn't make it today, but I do want to highlight Robert Powell. He is the Sony PlayStation rep for St. Louis and Illinois. He just launched his nonprofit. It's called, I want to say it's like Bruh Got Games Entertainment or something like that. I will put it on there. But he did just officially launch his nonprofit. Super excited. So he's going to schools. If you go on our YouTube page, we hosted a few events with him where we were incorporating media and also had gaming experiences for kids as well. So if you go on our YouTube page, I'll also attach a link to the stuff that he's doing. But we do want to acknowledge all of our accomplishments as a unit. Like, we are all here together. We're all here supporting each other. And then hopes for us to go and support some of his events that he has going on as well. I think that is everything that I have on my list for today. Sana, did I miss anything?
No, it looks like everything was covered. Yeah, like everything was covered, and the other items we'll discuss at the next scheduled meeting.
Yeah.
Action items, yeah, you're good.
All right, Seth, I don't think, you don't have anything coming up, correct? You're muted.
No, the next thing I have, like, we've got a lot of stuff going from April forward. I think the next thing that we have is outside of the country. I've got a crew of kids going to Ecuador to fly medical supplies into a group in the Amazon. And then after that, fundraiser, and then the next Home Team Homeowners Conference.
Okay, so I'll just connect with you and make sure you have all your dates and stuff for our next meeting so people will know about it. If there's not any questions, comments, or concerns from anyone? Nope, cool. I just want to thank everyone for joining this meeting. It is a lot for us to be here, do this, support each other, and remember that the goal is the next generation, make sure that we are being sustainable for our future and the future beyond us. But I do want to thank everybody and all your hard work and just being here, being dedicated. It's so important. Again, let us know if you have any events coming up and things like that. We're here to support each other. Yes, it'll be great if we could make money and things like that. So I do create sponsorships as well. If you guys need help with that and how to market that and stuff as well. And then there's also there's something else. It was something with the Odd TV network, which is the network that I work with, but I can't remember. So maybe I'll have it for our next meeting. So the next meeting I'm planning for it to be scheduled for January the 21st or January the 28th. So that will be in the email that you guys will get along with the meeting notes. And then I'll also send out an email to the full committee, which is everyone that you've seen at a point in time on our meetings, and see what date works better for them. I may go with the 28th because it's a little farther away for people's schedule. So that may be a little better. If there's no more questions, comments, or concerns, again, I just want to thank everybody for being amazing. It is 10:58 a.m. This is probably the shortest meeting we had with this many people, period, ever. But I do want to call this meeting to a close at 10:58 a.m. and just thank everybody.